Hey everybody, this is Jim, the Tabletop Engineer, and welcome to a new playthrough video. Right now I'm going to be playing Deck 52 Space Wrecked. It is a 52 card game. You don't need dice, you just need the deck of 52 cards. You can actually use just a standard deck of cards. It's kind of hard to do that. I actually ordered the game cards, which have really cool graphics on them and stuff. But you can do a print and play. There is a print and play version of this where you could print out the cards and I guess sleeve them with maybe a playing card on back just to give it some stiffness. But right now I am on level 30. I have just moved up to level 30, which means I get an upgrade. So let's go ahead and do that. So I already have the stim pack and I have the pulse rifle. That leaves the flamethrower, the astronaut rig, and the exoskeleton. So let's see. I'm going to just randomize these behind my back here. And let's see. Oh, you know what? I noticed they have symbols, but I can't remember. So let me shuffle them behind my back, and I'll just pick one without looking. I got the exoskeleton. I don't know what that is, but if you'll notice, they have different symbols. So I didn't realize that would happen. So the exoskeleton, if this card is on top, you may lose 1 health, but resolve blast door or vacuum area. So that's kind of nice. Gives me an extra health point. All right, so what else? Here is the entrance for the starting on level 30. First thing I need to do is determine my threats and objectives. Now, the bad news for me is now that I've reached level 30, I have 2 threats to deal with. 1 objective still, but I have to draw 2 threats. So the game is going to definitely get a little harder. So let's do this. For the threats, you roll a 1d7. Well, there is no such thing, but thankfully this game has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I'll discard the flamethrower after I use it for the 7. So I'm going to shuffle these behind my back, and then I'm going to shuffle them. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. They all have the same face. I'm just going to shuffle them a few times, and then I'm going to draw one, and this is going to be for the objective. The objective is number 5, which is unstable floors. After the second wrecked module, that's one of the cards. There's 2 wrecked modules in here. After the second one has been explored, draw an action card, which is these, the numbers. On a 4 or higher, you take -2 health as you descend 1 level and end the mission. The way I play that is it sends me back to level 25, not level 29. So we'll play it that way. That's fine. All right, so that's the objective. Now we need to shuffle these again and do the 2 threats. And this is where you should get a little nervous. 2 threats. 1 threat is hard enough. 2 threats is crazy. So the first threat is number 6. Chem tank leakage. Subtract 1 from the number on all action cards you draw. A minimum of 1. Wow. So anytime I roll a random number, I have to subtract 1 from it. That hurts. And then the second one, you have to draw 2 unique ones. So you leave that out. And let's see. Let's go with number 5. Oh, you know what? Unstable floors was the threat. Number 5, the objective was resolve Xenoterror or explore it twice. Okay, well, let me put a die on that one, a die on unstable, and a die on chem tanks. Ooh, this is going to be hard. All right, so what I'm going to do now is remove the 7 and just put the 1 through 6 back in here. Now, remember, I have to subtract 1 from these. The loot deck gets shuffled again and put here. My scientist has the exoskeleton. She also starts with an oxygen, the force field, and an access card. And it is time to play. So the entrance is auto-resolve, so it becomes a junction, and then you have passageways off of it, and you reveal them. And when you resolve one, you flip it over to this side. So there's the Xenoterror. That's my objective. Resolve it or explore it twice. Ooh, which explore it means you actually have to go and attempt it. But if I resolve it, it goes away, and I've solved my objective. It's just a matter of finding the vacuum, what do they call it, the grav shaft, which is your escape. So this is both good and bad that it's revealed so early. What else did I get? Blast door, instrumentation bay, and vacuum area. None of that really helps me. What I'd like to find is the med bay, so I could get so I could get a med card. So let's try and do that. So here's the deal. The blast door, it says I can pay the access card to resolve this. So I will take the access card, put it back in the loot, and resolve this. And what that lets me do is find another junction. So I can place this here and reveal it as a junction. Grav shaft. I mean, you can't get luckier than this. So here's my objective. Here's my escape. So it's pretty straightforward. Here's the problem. Here's why I don't want to try and resolve this right now. Because it says, when explored, immediately draw an action card. So the minute you go into it, you have to, this is exploring it. Does that make sense? So you reveal it to explore it. And since I revealed it, I have to do it. I did forget that rule. That means you have, these stay down. Actually, yeah, these, well, no, they are revealed. But because this got revealed, you have to do it. So if you draw a 1 to 4, you lose 3 health. If you draw a 5, it gets shuffled back in, which is not good because that's my objective. And on a 6 or higher, it's resolved. There is a 6 in here, and I want to draw it. But the problem is I can't because it's -1. So the best I can do is lose 3 health, which is explored, and then explore it again. Because remember, it says you can explore it twice. The problem there is 6 health. That would knock me down to 0 health. So I've got to find the med kit. So I explored it, and I'm not, and well, I haven't yet. Let's see what I pull. Maybe I'll shuffle it back in. I don't know what I want here. 2. So this becomes a 1, which means -3 health, and shuffle it back into the map deck. So this goes back into here, which means I haven't met my objective. I did explore it once, so if I find it again and I explore it, that will meet the objective. And this goes back in here, and I lose 3 health. 1, 2, 3. I'm down to 3 health. All right. All right, so now I need to flip another card over. All right, storage lockers. All right. So it says to resolve, draw a card from the loot or auto-resolve. Yeah, I'm going to draw a card from the loot. There is one bad card in the loot. It's an explosion. I'm going to take my chances here. And I got the explosion. -2 health. 1, 2. Oh, 3, 2. And now I'm down to 1 health. And it says shuffle back into the loot deck. All right, so let's see this. I resolved it, so it's flipped over. All right, and then I have to put a junction here, which is explored. It is the control room. You can auto-resolve. You can just auto-resolve it, or you can discard a data crystal to resolve a security turret, guard bot, or blast door. Well, I don't have any of those, so I'll go ahead and auto-resolve this. And now, since that's a junction, it gets 3 passages. 1, 2, 3. Let me move these out of the way here. Just know my scientist has 1 health left. So let's show these. I've got a Swarmlings, data crystal, and a data crystal. Okay. Vacuum area to resolve, auto resolve if astronaut rig I don't have is on top. Pay the oxygen or -1 health and discard. Luckily, I don't have to go this route. I've still got, so this I can. It says when explored, put it in the inventory stack. Put this in the inventory stack. So I have 2 data crystals, but I still have to. Figure out what these rooms are. So, or passages. Med bay. That's excellent. And blast door. All right, I am going to resolve this, take the med kit from the loot bay and auto-resolve. So I'm going to take the med kit, which the med kit is shuffle into the loot to restore 2 health. So I'm going to put it back in the loot and restore 2 health. So I'm back up to 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, I needed that. Okay. I get a, this is a junction, that's a pad, so I need to put a junction here, which is wrecked module. So remember, this is the first one. After the second one, I have to draw an action card. On a 4 or higher, I lose 2 health, and I fall down to level 25. All right. Okay. I do have oxygen. So I could go through here. I will do the vacuum area. Pay the oxygen to resolve it. So that goes into the loot. And then I have to put a card here, which is a junction. Flip it over. It's an air duct. To resolve, explore 2 cards in the gaps adjacent to resolved passages. All right, so here's gaps. Here's a gap. It's between 2 resolved cards. Here's a gap between these 2. I think that's all. Yep, there's none here. Yep, that's it. So there's going to be a card here in the gap and here, and I have to resolve these. So the first one is Storage Locker, and the second one is Void Beast. I'm not going there. So it says to resolve, you have to explore 2. To explore it, you just flip it. So I did, and I explored this one. I haven't resolved them yet. So the Storage Locker says draw a card from the... I've got a 1 in 5 chance of drawing the explosion card and a 1 in 5 chance of drawing the med card again. So let's shuffle it up and let's just see how this game's going to play out. All right, let's do this one. I'm back down to 1. All right. But I resolved this. So I've resolved 1. I don't know if I want to resolve this one, but I should. But I can't because it will kill me. I've only got 1 health left, and if I draw a 1 to 3, which really means a 1 to 4, because I got that -1, that will kill me. Wow. So what else can I do? I can't do this one. I can't do that one. I can't do this one. Pay access card or -1 health, so I can't go here. The only one I can do is the Swarmlings or the Void Beast. That's it. And they both are going to kill me if I pull... I'm going to do this one, because if I pull a 1, I lose a health. Or a 2. If I pull a 1 or 2, I lose a health. So here's the 6 cards, so let's shuffle them up. Draw anything but a 1 or 2, or you're dead. I drew a 3, so it gets shuffled back in. All right, so this goes back in, and then I have to place another card there to see what is there. All right. Swarmlings again. All right, well, I don't really have a choice. I got to do it again. So do not draw a 1 or 2. Do not draw a 1 or 2. I drew a 1. So I lose a health. Wah, wah, wah. The scientist dies. So I made it all the way to level 30 before I died. So that is the end of that. Now, what I'm probably going to do is play this game again, but next time I'll play either as the Marine or the Thug and see how far I get. The scientist made it all the way to level 30, and she died. So, oh well, that's how it happens. So anyway, this is called Deck 52 Space Wrecked. The Deck 52 relates to the number of cards in the deck, but also how many decks in the space station that you're supposed to try to escape. You're supposed to play this game 52 times to get from level 1 to level 52. As you can see, the odds of you surviving 52 levels are pretty slim. I was going by 10s, except for level 25, which is the midpoint. You have to go through level 25. I was going by 10s, and I still didn't make it to level 50 or 52. But it was still fun. This is still a fun little game, especially if you're looking for a little game that you can travel with. Very, very inexpensive and light. You can throw this in a backpack, in a pocket, and it's something you can play. You do not need dice because, like I said, you've got the random number generator here. And just a very cool, inexpensive little game. I hope you've enjoyed watching me play The Scientist. I will play this again. I'm probably going to play I'll play the Thug. Why not? We'll play the Thug and see how far he can go, and then I'll play the Marine if he doesn't survive. All right, that's all I've got. This is Jim, the Tabletop Engineer. Thanks for joining me on Deck 52 Space Wrecked. I'll be back with the next game playing the Thug, and we'll see how things go. Until then, everybody, take care.